Hello, I'm coming on here to give you an update and just talk a little about my feelings. I'm not doing this for sympathy. I'm doing it because it's just what I feel like the Lord's laid on my heart to do, is to not just share the positives, even though that would be great. But we all know that there's more to life than just positives. And if we can't talk about the lows as well as the highs, then we're deceiving ourselves and we're putting on a show for people rather than being real with people. And I want to be real with you, and I feel like that's what the Lord's asked me to do. And it took me a little while to figure out if that's actually what he wanted me to do, and I really do think that's what he wants me to do. So hopefully I won't ramble on forever. So I had posted that today I met with my surgeon, and there was nothing really that she told me that I wasn't prepared for or anything like that. I had already made it up in my mind that I was going to ask for a double mastectomy, if that's whether or not that's what she suggested. And she did suggest taking my entire right breast, which is the one that is carrying this cancer, and because a lumpectomy it's too big, so it wouldn't make much sense to take just the lump. And so I asked for the double mastectomy. I don't know what. And so that's what we're doing, and it will be on December 1st, and that's fine. I was prepared for that. I'm not happy about the fact that I have to do that, but it is what it is, and I would rather be alive than, keep them. So, there's that part. And I am going to say that I will and have grieved that loss, because it's part of my body. They've been with me for, a long, long time. And, it's just a lot of changes. And so that's hard. And, hopefully there'll be reconstruction, but, we don't know the future. We can make our plans. It's the Lord who puts them in motion. I look a little emotional because I am, I guess. And this is the part that I'm going to share with you, that I don't really want to share this with you, and maybe I shouldn't. I don't know, but I feel like in being vulnerable and transparent, that it's just part of it. And I'm hopeful that in a few days I can come back on here and not be emotional about it, maybe. So not all of you know every detail of this journey, and but I'll tell you now that it took me a long, long time. I've had pain in my breast for over a year before I went and got checked out. Less than a year before I tried to get checked out, but with insurance and everything, there was setbacks. Anyway, a long time. And to some that sounds ridiculous and crazy, but when you have a deep, deep fear of medical things, it does not sound crazy at all. And that's just something that I've dealt with my entire life, but my entire adult life has just been, I don't like medical things. It's just something that I deal with, and God's working that out in me with all this, and I'm thankful to him for that, even though I don't like it. So given my age, that's not the only thing that I should be dealing with that I have put off. And so when I have my surgery, I will also be having a colonoscopy, which is good that I can get them done together. But I don't know, who knows, but I have a family history of colon cancer, and when I got my genetic testing done, I do have that gene that will make me prone to that. And so I will be getting that done, and while I'm glad that I will know finally if that is going to be a part of my story too, I just got hit with a wall of anxiety over that today, and it's hard. It's hard for me to deal with that. I trust the Lord that even if I do, He's still good. There's never any doubt about that. I'll say there's nothing that can happen that I will ever doubt His goodness to me, and His purposes are good, and anything that He allows is what is right. But I'm still scared, so I would greatly appreciate your prayers, and number one, that I would have peace of mind for the next month before I have that done. I don't know if I said December 1st is my date for surgery, but then also if you could just be praying that my cat and the dog are playing crazy. If you could just be praying that they will find nothing suspicious in my gut, and that all will be well on that front. And so that is my prayer request to you. I know that there are people out there that are prayer warriors and that are faithful in that, and I'm so grateful, and I feel your prayers. And my MRI experience was pretty miraculous to me, and I'm walking around every day feeling like I'm walking in a miracle because of my anxiety, and the way that I'm able to walk through this day by day and have a positive attitude and not just be overcome with fear every single day is a miracle. It's a miracle. And I'm sure that your prayers have a lot to do with that. So I'm so grateful. But and I know I hate to keep asking, because if you told me you are, you still are, and you don't have to tell me that you are, you just do, and I would be so grateful. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today. I said not for sympathy, but just because I don't want to put on a happy face and act like that's what's real all the time, because it's not. And while this is a lot rarer than this emotional stuff is a lot rarer than I expected it would be, it's still there. And I feel like I have been having a really good week or two, and now I feel like I'm having to start all over to get my head back in the right space with this fear and trust in the Lord, because I can't help it. I'm scaredy cat. And so I really don't know. I feel like I don't know how this can help anybody. So forgive me if I'm wrong for sharing it. I don't know, but it's what it's laid on my heart, and so it's what I'm doing. And I told you from the beginning, I felt like I was supposed to be very open about this whole thing, and that's what I'm doing. So that's that. Thank you for listening if you did.